YouTube friends. Bandana Gramma here. I forgot my microphone. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I know you need it. Where'd I put it? Hang on. What a way to start a video. Stay right there. I'm going to run to my office and get my microphone. There, that should be better. Hello, everyone. Hello. McKenna there. Hello, McKenna. Kate, thanks for being here, love. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. That really helps my channel. It does. And if you're not subscribed, that would be lovely too. If you want to be notified, hit that bell and you'll know every time I put up a video. Oh, very much better. Yeah, the microphone really helps. I'm glad I thought of it, even though it was a little late. I wasn't totally late. Hello, Anne-Marie. So happy you're here from Norway. I'm an international channel. So today you might hear a noise. I'm probably going to turn that fan off because of the noise. It's really warm now. It was so cool this morning, but it's getting very warm now. Laura. Thank you, Laura. She's always so sweet. Okay, let me go turn that fan off so you can hear me better. My microphone cord won't reach. There. Now we don't have all the noise from the fan. That should help. Okay, we have a microphone. We have no fan noise. You should be able to hear me very well now. So good afternoon, everyone. It's 1 o'clock here in Maryland. Yeah, I thought so. All right. First of all, I'm going to show you, I had another blessing. If you're on my Facebook page, that's either Bandana Gramma Facebook page or Susie Bandana Facebook page. You probably already heard that I was blessed again with some free food. So I'm going to show you that. We have a pastor friend, and Trader Joe's gives out some of their surplus food to churches. And when this particular church has an excess, they give us a call and say, can you take some of it for us? And of course, I'm always ready because I can can it or freeze it, or we've got a large family handed out. So let me show you what they bought yesterday. Okay, yesterday they brought me a lot of apples. Now, these are all organic. They're Trader Joe's. Some of them have some spots on them, but they are firm and delicious. So I have been cutting out the spots and washing them up and eating them, and they've been wonderful. I've already got some canned from another load they gave us before, so I think I'm going to end up dehydrating some of these. I'm going to save a lot to eat and then dehydrate some. Oh, I didn't even notice. I even have a couple of, that one's a little beat up, but nectarines in there. Got an eggplant. That was in that box. And they also brought us shredded cabbage, Mediterranean style salad kit, chopped Brussels sprouts, some kind of vegetable and soba noodle fry kit. We got a dozen eggs. Got some grapes. We got a lot of peppers. And I'm going to chop these up and freeze them. We got 2 nice bags of onions. So for somebody who does a lot of cooking for her family, this is great. Yeah, a lot more peppers. I'm going to freeze these. Peppers freeze really well. And even some raspberries. So we are going to be traveling later in the week, going to visit our families up in upstate New York. So I need to get whatever I'm going to do with these done fairly early, like today or tomorrow. And most every Labor Day weekend, we travel to upstate New York to our little hometown. We grew up there as about 1,000 people. My husband and I started dating when I was 15, and we'll be married 51 years in October. So that's a long time. And even way back then, they had the Great Scattercoke Fair come to our village. And we always went to the fair. And every year we would ride on the Ferris wheel, and we'd always get our kiss at the top of the Ferris wheel. So every day, Labor Day weekend, we try to go back up to upstate New York and visit family, go to the Scattercoke Fair. It's very country-ish, you know, there's the 4-H barn and a lot of crafty things and animals and tractor pulls and all that kind of stuff. And they, of course, also bring the carnival in with the rides and games and things, and big picnic area and a lot of music. So we enjoy it when we go up. And it's a time when we can see people we hadn't seen since high school sometimes. It's because we both grew up there. So we are going to bring our camera, of course, and we'll get a picture like we do every year of our kiss at the top of the Ferris wheel. So 51 years married, 3 years dating before that. That's a lot of kisses at the top of the Ferris wheel. But we love to do that, so that's always fun. Now, let's see if I missed any. Okay, any comments before I move on? I am having a great day, Patty, a pioneer soul. Yeah, 11:04 Mountain Time, says Laura. I dehydrated apples last week with some cinnamon sugar. Ooh, that sounds good. Yay, eggs. Yeah, eggs are, we've been eating a lot of eggs. My daughter just bought this real nifty little egg cooker. I'll show it to you in a minute. You can cook them all different kinds of ways. It does it real well, too. Never thought to put cinnamon sugar on mine when I dehydrate. It sounds yummy right now. Jackpot, cha-ching. You got it, Laura. You know, what's bad about free food? Nothing. Hello, Mrs. T from rainy Nebraska. Sweet stories. Yeah, we started dating when I was 15 years old and got married when I was 18. And let's see, Gossmania Homestead, she and her husband were married 18 years. Nice. 7 kids later. We have 7 as well. I love your braids and your cute hairdo. Well, when I don't take the time to curl my hair or anything, this is what happens. I just throw it in the braids. And I just got my bandana. You know, bandana Gramma has to wear a bandana, right? So this time I got my Rosie the Riveter type bandana on. Where I've got it tied. Ghost Mana, yes, inside. Yes, please check. If you think you're subscribed to me but you're not sure, you better check. You know, last week, now I don't know why this happened. I did have a kind of unusual live stream last week where we had a very sad incident and I was in tears and we had prayer online. And I don't know if this is why or not, but I lost like 15 subs in 2 days. And I don't really care as far as if somebody doesn't want to be here, that's okay. I'd rather have people here who want to be here. But I don't want people who want to be here being unsubbed by YouTube because it seems sometimes they do that. So I don't know what the reason was, but it hadn't happened that drastically before. But I lost like 15 subs like overnight. Doesn't really matter. I'm happy with the ones I've got. But it happens, you know. Yes, they do. Unsubscribe people, I think she's saying. Yeah, I don't know why it happens, but it did. So if you want to be subscribed, and you think you are, but you better check, because sometimes they'll undo you. Okay, Ghostmania. I know, me too. Sorry, we subbed a few months back and realized I didn't get notifications, so found out I was unsubbed. I know, isn't that terrible? YouTube will unsub you if you go back and binge watch multiple videos in a row. What? That sounds crazy. My husband and I have been together since I was 14. This is coming December, will be 29 years together. That's wonderful, Angela. Many blessings on your continued happiness in your marriage. Okay, I'm going to go over here now and work on my salad. I was just finishing it up before I started this, so I'm going to complete it and then we'll go into the guest room where I have my craft stuff set up. All right, now I got to darken this. See, it wants to keep lightening. Darken. Darken. Oh, that stinking thing. Come on now. Oh well. Anyway, in here I've got carrots and zucchini and broccoli and cauliflower. I think that's everything. And I just spun out, maybe I'll give it another little spin, some lettuce. Now some of these veggies came from the box that we were given. Okay, so I've got romaine lettuce that I washed and chopped up. I need a bigger bowl. And I do need a bigger bowl. I like to put nuts and raisins in my salads. So I am going to later get a bigger bowl and mix this up better. But just for the sake of the live stream, we'll just show me putting some of these in. Put in some raisins, some tomatoes, and some walnuts. And you know what else I like to put in here is an apple. So I'm going to show you what I do to my apple so I can put it in my salad. All right, here's one of my apples. See, it's a really nice apple from that box. It just has a couple little blemishes on it. And if I cut those out, it's really firm and tasty. So I'll take it. I need to run to my refrigerator and get a lemon. All right, what I like to do with my apple, I already washed it. I'm just going to cut it up and take the seeds out and cut away the bad parts. These are such good apples. Some of them are crisp, what do they call, honey crisp. Some are pink ladies. They are really nice. So what if it has a blemish? Blemish all gone. I will take them. 24/7, I will take them. I made some nice applesauce with these kind of apples before. I made apple pie filling. And this is going to be the first time I tried dehydrating them. So maybe later today I'll get my dehydrator out and slice them up. I do have one of those nice slicer peeler thingamadoodles that cut them up real nice for you and peel off the skins and core them. Works well. Okay, so there's all the good parts to the apple. Sliced up for the salad. Make sure they're not too big so it disperses through the salad evenly. All right, and just to keep the color, I like to squeeze a little lemon juice on. And to keep the flavor from getting too tart, put a tiny bit of sugar in. Just a little sprinkle. Right? Then they all can go into the salad. There. So that will be a yummy salad tonight for dinner. I think I'm going to use leftover chicken and make a chicken and biscuits, and then we'll have a salad with that. So does that look good? All right, let me wash my hands. And then we're off to look at the crafts. I got them laid out in the guest room so it'd be kind of organized for you to see. Now hang on, I'm going to pick you all up again. Rosie the Riveter. Hang on, I'm going to pick you up and carry you to the guest room. On the way, I'll let you look at the newest ponchos I made. Let's see, turn this around. There. There's the newest ponchos I made. That is blue denim, and then another one in the greens and golds and oranges. I'll let you get a little closer look here. Poncho and poncho. I hope to have a bunch of them, well, at least 4 of them made to take with me to the Homesteaders of America conference. All right, we're back in the guest room. So let me show you what I'm doing here. All right, now, some of you had seen that I had started a purple one. I've got 2 of the panels done, and then I ran out of yarn. So this morning, I went out to AC Moore Crafts, and I was able to find more of the same yarn. So I got 3 more, and I'll be able to finish that. Because we're going to be traveling up to New York, it's a perfect time to work on my crochet. While my husband's driving 7 hours each way, I can sit and crochet, and I can probably get that finished going up and back. So I'm really excited about getting this purple one done because I haven't done a purple one before. And I also started another one of the blue ones, the denim ones, and I ran out of yarn there. Now this yarn came from Joann Fabric, and it was a Joann brand yarn, so I can't buy it anywhere else. And seeing how I already have one panel done, I have to get the exact yarn. So I went back to Joann today, and they didn't have it. And I went online, and they were sold out online. So I'm going to check at my sister's Joann up in New York when we get there later in the week and see if they have it. And if not, I do have a friend who said she might be able to look at hers in Gaithersburg, but that's an hour and a half from me, I think. So that's not all that convenient for her or I. So I may just have to wait till they get it back online and they can ship it to me. But I did want to make at least one more of the ponchos in this denim color because I want to keep one for me. I love it. Now, some of you know that I make mittens out of wool sweaters. Here's a sample of some of my mittens I make from wool sweaters. I go finding prints and solids in wool sweaters, and I cut them all up and mix and match them and sew up some mittens. They are extremely warm. They are lined with fleece. And it's a lot of fun to design them because, you know, you can do anything you want. And it's fun to find the different fabrics and put them together and say, this will look good with that. And they make little appliques to put on, whatever. So anyway, those are some of my mittens. And when we were up in Pennsylvania last week, one of the main reasons I went was to look for more wool sweaters at the Goodwill outlet. And I found sweaters, but I only found a few wool ones. So I looked at the acrylics and the cottons, and there were a few people, subscribers, who asked me if I could make mittens that weren't wool because they were allergic to wool. So I did pick up some sweaters that were not wool and a few that were wool, and I'm going to show you those now and see how we can mix and match those. So this is not wool, but look at all the detail and the colors in this sweater. Isn't that great? It will make nice mittens. I will certainly line it like I did the others so they will be warm. The only drawback will be, I think this is cotton. And if cotton gets wet, it's going to get wet and soggy. It's not like wool. that will dry out quickly. And also because I shrink the wool and felt it, the wool, this kind of wool doesn't absorb the water. It's a little more water resistant, and also shrinks up the weave tighter, so it's warmer as well. This will make beautiful mittens, and they will be warm, but they won't be as warm as the wool, and they certainly won't be like as watertight as the wool are. But if you can't wear wool, I can make some pretty mittens out of these. There's also other ones I bought. Got some colors here to mix and match with greens and pinks and mauves. I thought this one was interesting. I might just cut designs off and add them to the backs of mittens. This is wool, so I can make some nice wool mittens out of this one. It's got some purple in here, so if I mixed and match with some purple, you know, I can take a part of this and put it on a solid purple. There's all kinds. I just love making mittens because I can design them the way I like to. It lets my creative juices flow. And here's another wool sweater. You know, I can put this part up in across the back of the fingers like that. This will be a cuff down here. That'll look nice. Okay. Here's some. Now, is this one wool? Sometimes they fool me. I think they are because they feel like wool, but then it turns out they're not. And this one, oh, this is one I'm not sure of. It feels like it could be, but there's no label, so I don't know for sure. I think I can do a burn test. Something about you burn them, and if there's an ash, it's one thing, and if it crumbles and there's no real ash, then it's another. I'll have to look that up, but that will make a pretty mittens too. And I love it when I can find prints like this, because it's an all-over print that makes a nice palm or a back, and I can applique other things onto them. So this is a maroon and navy. Here's some red. Now this sweater is full of holes. Look at the holes in that. But I can piece out parts that are still good. So even holey sweater. See back here, I can get a mitten part here and a mitten part there. I can get them out of the sleeves. So even holey sweaters I can use. Here's another pretty one. Yeah, I think I can make some pretty mittens out of some of these. So I'll be working on those as they get closer to October, because that's when the Homesteaders of America conference is, in October. That's when I need my vendor table filled with good things. Oh, and this one I want to show you. Unfortunately, this one is not wool, but I love the birds on this. And so what I think I'll do is I'll find a wool mitten that I can use these colors on, and then I will just applique. I'll cut these out and I'll applique them on the back of the mittens with some of these trims here. Aren't they beautiful? And over here we got butterflies and flowers and leaves. So I can use those to cut out and zigzag and applique onto wool sweaters if I want to. And I think they'll be beautiful. So, yeah. All right, let's look back at the comments now. I'm going to turn the camera on to me. I think I am. There we go. All right, just so I can look at your comments here. Yeah, the bowls. That always happens to Kate. Think you got a big enough bowl and then you don't, especially when you want to toss it. Just no room to toss it. That looks good and healthy. Yeah, I think tasty too. We don't eat romaine. I stopped eating it when there was a problem with it, but I think it's okay now. And I love romaine. And it's more nutritious than like iceberg lettuce too. Love the blue denim. Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. T. Kate loves the purple. Of course Kate loves the purple panels. We all know Kate loves purple. I crochet too. Loved it. I do a lot of crocheting in the fall and winter. Yep, that's a good time to do it. Alrighty. Oh, Brenda Duncan didn't get a notice. Sorry, Brenda. Make sure you're still subscribed, because that's what happens. We were talking about that earlier. They unsubscribe people. Okay. Blues and purples. Oh, Laura loves her mittens. Laura has bought many pair of mittens from me. She's, I think, my #1 customer, as well as being the one who compliments me all the time. Okay. Goss Mania says she could add inside cloth diaper material to help keep them water resistant for snow. That's interesting. Love that print. Beautiful. Yeah. Christmas colors. Thank you, Laura. Yep, Laura loves the birds. I love the birds too. I think those mittens are going to go quick when I get them made up, because I had other ones with bluebirds on them. I gave one pair to my granddaughter as a special present because they were like my favorite mittens I ever made with the bluebirds on them. And then I had a couple more birds left from the same sweater. I put them on another mitten, and somebody grabbed those up right away. Yes, I am going to be very, very busy. I have been busy every day. You can also grill romaine. Yeah, I haven't tried that, but I have heard you can. All right, so the next thing I want to show you. I showed you my ponchos. I showed you this mitten fabrics I'm waiting on. Sold. I already bought them, Susie. What? Okay, so now we're coming over here. And I'm going to show you some. Now, if you watched my, not a live stream, but I did a video of my shopping trip, so you're going to see some repeats here, because I showed some of this fabric in that. But I also had gone to the Goodwill thrift shop and the regular Goodwill up there and bought sheets. And I brought all the sheets home and I laundered them. I bought over 50 pounds of sheets and sweaters at the Goodwill, because they sell it by the pound there. And I'm going to use the fabric, the nice sheet fabric, to make aprons and to make skirts, prairie skirts, full prairie skirts, either tiered or patchworky. So yeah, it was a big haul, but I had just under 50 pounds, but the price per pound fluctuates greatly when you reach 50. So I said, if I go up to 50 pounds, I'm going to pay less than if I buy less than 50 pounds, because the price per pound goes down so much. All right, so over here, let me show you what I got to start making prairie skirts. At least one or two of them. I've got other fabrics I'm going to use as well. All right, flip the camera. And down here. Now, if I'm making a patchwork or tiered skirt, this one's going to be purples and grays. And I showed this, like I said, in my haul video, but I'm going to show it again. I got, oh, there goes my camera, trying to fall down on me. All right, so I got all these colors of purples and grays to mix and match. You probably can't see on here too well that far away, but this has little polka dots in gray. This has like a paisley in gray. And these have grays and purples in them. So if I cut these up into strips and patches and make skirts out of them, I think the mix and a matching of those is going to make a some really cute skirts. Now, I had mentioned to you before that I was going to make denim and bandana skirts. And I have been saving jean material, jeans to cut up, nice jeans to cut up and make jean fabric with. But I found this fabric, which looks like jeans. And it's lighter, it washes up beautifully, I've already washed it, and it will hang better than heavier denim material, because you want your skirt to be kind of light and to flow out and twirl, and this will do that. So I think if I use this fabric and mix and match it with my bandana fabrics, I'm going to use this fabric, and I'm also going to use real bandanas cut up to make prairie skirts and aprons with the bandana look to them, with the denim. So that's my plan for those. And the last thing I'm going to show you has to do with all those sheets I bought, making more skirts. And I washed all these up. I had my wash machine going for 3 days, getting all these washed. But look at this. Some of you may not like this at all, but I love retro stuff. And this looks retro to me. So I really like that print on a sheet. And I can mix and I have a dark brown fabric too. See, there's dark brown in here. I don't have it here, but I have it. And I can mix and match these. This gold will go with it. I could put tan with it. And then I also have this fabric, which if you can see the print, it's got kind of flowers in it and stripes. And it's got a border, an embroidered border. So I could make a skirt and make the hem like this border. And then mix and match stripes or patches with these colors. And there's also this one, which I can mix and match. So I think those will work up cute too with the dark brown and all these other variations of beiges. I have a few flowered sheets. This one has some rose colors, a little purple color, and these are green. So I can mix and match these with other greens to make strips and sheets as well for the skirts. And over here is a whole lot more of the sheets I bought. See if I can get this thing to go up. There we go. And I did buy this fabric to make aprons. I might even make a really kitsch skirt out of some of it if I make it patchworky, because I can mix and match this with solids too. Different color solids and make a really kitsch skirt out of that. Or I can just, or I can make aprons. I couldn't leave that fabric there though. I love that fabric. And another one I have that's really cute that I showed in my shopping haul is this one, which is all sewing items. So I'll be making aprons or maybe a patchwork skirt with some of this as well. Maybe just fit a few pieces of it in a patchwork because it's cute. And then here in this big pile, I have other sheets that I've washed up that I can mix and match, golds and pinks and blue, lots of blues. I've got some that look kind of country. I got some flowers. I've got plaids. I've got a lot. So they will keep me busy. Now this morning I went out and I bought those. I bought some bins because I need to store all this stuff. And when we replaced the bed in this room, I purposely got a bed frame that is very high. Underneath here, I have a metal frame. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's 16 inches high. Let me see if I can put this down. All right, see that? Frame is very high. See, there's one bin under there. So I am going to store a lot of bins under this bed because our house is not huge. And I've turned my craft area over to my daughter now because she's staying with us for a while. And all my craft things are being spread here, there, and everywhere in our house and making things pretty messy. So I've got these bins and I'm going to start storing things in them under this bed, and that will give me a lot more room with a lot less mess around. So I might as well start right now putting these sweaters in here. I think I'll separate what I think is wool from the ones that aren't wool, because I really don't want to mix and match the wools together. when I make a mitten. Unless it's just to put, like I said, the birds as a applique on top of a back that's wool. So you can see this is going to help a lot, having these bins, being able to store them under the bed, out of sight, somewhat organized. And I bought 6 of them, and I had a few more here already. Now these aren't wool, so I'll put these in a different one. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to show you this too. I have a lot of this yarn right here. It's a speckled yarn, and I'm going to make another poncho with this and put dark brown fringe on it. So that should make up cute too. So you see, I got my work cut out for me. I'm going to be doing a lot of crafting over the next few weeks, next couple of months, until October. That's a lot to do, but I'll be so happy when I get to the Homesteaders of America and my table is full of my crafts. That's what I need to do. I'm going to sell a few on my Etsy store to give me some traveling money and things like that. So let me go back to the comments before I say goodbye. Laura says denim reminds her of her grandma. Julia said she would make her own pants out of the material. That looks retro to me as well, says Kate. We should know, shouldn't we, Kate, what's retro? Because we were there. Yep, denim would make great aprons too. Yeah, I got quite a bit of it, so I should be able to make a couple of skirts and a few aprons too. 15 sheets for 20 bucks, Kate. That's great, king size. Yes, some of these are king. A few were only twin, but I had to get them because at the price they were, even at twin, it was worth it. Yes, Brenda, I'll see you again in October. Yay. What a cute lampstand. Oh, yeah, my little teapot lampstand. I'm trying to remember where I got that. I don't know if that was a yard sale thing or not. So jealous of you ladies that are such good seamstresses. I'm learning, but I waited a little late in life. I don't think I'm an expert seamstress, but the things I do, I can do. I can't do it all. That would be a great skirt. I'm 60 and I'm just starting to learn these things, right? You're never too late to learn. I had one like that and used the border for the waistband. Yep, that would work too. Alrighty. Okay, people are having storms. Alright, let's see, am I about the end? Jody? My sister Jody's here. Hi, Jody. My sister Jody. I'm going to be staying at Jody's house. Her house is a duplex. She lives on one side. My sister Patty lives in the other. I'll be staying on Patty's side, but we all congregate on the back porch and in both houses. And Jody and I are going to be doing some crocheting together. Jody actually wrote the pattern for those ponchos, and she's putting together a pattern to sell. And we're going to finalize it when I go up there this weekend. She thinks she's got it all done. She just wants me to go over it to see if I see any problems with it. And if not, she's going to put it up for sale, and it's definitely a good pattern. I love it. All right, we have a storm moving. No, Brenda has a storm. People making quilts. I've made one quilt. Jody will tell you about that quilt. Well, I made more than one, but the biggest one I made was for Jody's wedding, so it was a long time ago. And she will laugh when she tells you about it, because all my kids were little when I made this quilt. It was a queen size quilt, and it took me forever, but I didn't have much money back then, and I had this fabric, and I said I can make her a nice wedding present. So I laid it out on my parlor floor for months while I worked on it, and I got it all put together and packaged up, and it was so pretty. And I brought it to her, and there's a lot of fabric she could recognize that was from my mom's house. Like Mom made a cover for her divan and different pieces of fabric from clothing. And so there was familiar fabric in there, so it made sense. Well, it wasn't long after her wedding that her husband started complaining because I left some pins in it. I left some pins in it by mistake when I was folding things over and sewing things, and every once in a while he'd move and so it lasted for a while. They had it a good number of years before it just kind of wore out. But yeah, that's the joke she has, that I left the pins and quite a number of pins in the big queen size quilt, and seems like her husband was the one that always found them. Sorry about that. Oh, Jody, they have 4 skeins of that fabric. I need all 4. I would buy 12 if they had them, because I want to make more than one. I hope they're still there when I get up there. If you go, grab them for me and I'll pay you for them if they got that yarn I need. I love the circle center and the squared outside. Yeah, that looks really nice. Let me hold one up here for you so you can actually see the pattern. You can see through it there. See all the work in there and how pretty it is. Yeah, and it starts as a circle and it turns into a square. Jody says, thought I was a voodoo doll because all the pins. That is funny. Aha, pins, sticky covers. And 3 in Queensbury. Thank you for checking, Jody. Queensbury. Queensbury is up by Lake George. That's quite a distance. But we might go up. Sometimes when we visit, we go up to Lake George. We like it, Lake George. Well, Kate, she has a new hubby now, so this was a different hubby. And I wouldn't stick to new hubby. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I think I saw all your comments. If I didn't, put another one up there quick if I need to answer a question. Yeah, I'll be traveling up to New York on Thursday, and we're going to stay and come home on Tuesday. No, the house is not going to be empty, so I'm not, telling people come in and rob my house. There'll be people here. So thank you, Gosmania. Did your brugmansia bloom? No, it's looking pretty sad, so it did not bloom. It kind of got dried out a few times with all the heat and my neglecting to water it enough. Okay, Diane, the canning mama, hello. Have a safe and enjoyable trip. I'll be crocheting up a storm on this trip. I wish I had the, well, I think I'll just finish the purple one going up, and then if I can get more yarn up in New York to drive back, I can, yes, I'm coming up to upstate New York, up around the Troy, Albany area I will be. Frugal Healthy Homemaker. Where are you, Frugal Healthy Homemaker? We'll be at the Great Scattercoke Fair at the top of the Ferris wheel, having a smooch. That's what we come up for every year, and to run into people we used to know when we were growing up there. So thanks for coming in. I usually live stream Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Next Monday, oh, you live in New York City. I'm not going to New York City. Oh, wait. That's right. You changed your name. I forgot who you were. Yeah, you used to be New York City Homesteader or something like that. Okay, I remember now. So I may live stream Monday from my sister's house. Jody and I might do it together if she's up for that. Yeah, we'll do our best to be safe driving up there. Yes, New York City Homesteader. Right. Okay, I remember now. Okay, have fun on my trip. We will definitely try to do that. And I'll see you all probably next Monday, unless I jump on during our trip. I don't think I can go live from the fair, or I would. I doubt they have nice Wi-Fi there. So, bye-bye, everyone. God bless.